Out of nowhere, out of the blue, a new trailer dropped by Paramount. But not just any trailer, the Sonic 3 movie trailer. 2. Because the second trailer dropped for this upcoming movie. I was shocked when I heard the news of the new trailer dropping. I actually didn't even think they were gonna give us another one. I thought the first trailer we got would be the only one, but boy, was I wrong. I already had this video, privated, waiting for the perfect day to drop it. I was planning to give it at least a week to build up views in anticipation for the new film's release. But I released it way too early. I released it yesterday in the making of this video, and as I thought, it didn't get that many views because it was released just when the new trailer dropped. But if you want to watch it and hear my thoughts and opinions on the first trailer and some of my theories of what's going to go down in this third film, I suggest you give it a watch. I came up with some good theories on how the movie is going to play out. But enough of that, let's discuss the new news. Let's talk about this glorious, highly anticipated movie that us Sonic fans and Shadow fans, of course, have been waiting for. So right off the bat, I want to thank everyone who worked hard on this project for giving us the chance to see these characters alive again and again for the third time. Let's not forget that the Sonic the Hedgehog movie wasn't supposed to be an ongoing series. It was just gonna be a one and done when the first one came out. But since the first movie did so well, we somehow managed to get more in the mix, and I love it. Maybe, and I'm hoping that for the next movie we get Silver in the end credit scenes as a teaser for the next film. That would be incredible. Please. Hopefully Paramount doesn't hit us with the "it's no use." But to stay on topic, the opening scene starts with the 3 primary colored fellows inside of a Chow Garden themed birthday party of some sort. I like this scene so much because they make a reference to Detective Pikachu joking around with Tails, saying that he looks like Detective Pikachu. Seeing them banter around knowing that the planet is in desperate grave danger really puts a smile on my face. Then we get this shot of Shadow standing menacingly, surrounded by Gun. It's a cool shot because it reminds me of the scene in Sonic Adventure 2 where Sonic is the one who got surrounded by Gun instead of Shadow. I like the little reference there. And speaking of references, there's a lot more that I'm gonna cover. Like when Eggman pisses on the moon. Shoots the Eclipse cannon to destroy half of the moon as a warning to the people on Earth that he's going to blow up the Earth in a certain time limit. Now that is some truly evil stuff right there. I just love how dark this arc is. They even showed a shot of civilians and Agent Stone looking up into the sky, like how they did in the game. Truly a masterpiece. They also show a scene of Joe Robotnik being held in prison, wearing an orange jumpsuit with writing on the wall, just like on SA2 and Sonic X. And I also don't think that Sonic is going to be confused for Shadow at all, because Gun is working alongside Sonic, so that possibility we can safely throw it out the window. I really think that Shadow is going to be the one to break Joe Robotnik out of prison. I think I was right about having the 2 scientists' ideologies clash, because while Eggman wants to take over humanity while working alongside Gerald and Shadow on the other hand have different plans. They want to destroy humanity and the entire Earth as a whole to get revenge for Maria Robotnik's death. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get the Bio Lizard to make an appearance, but that's okay. I don't think there's a way to drag the movie longer to fit the Bio Lizard's lore. The movie would have to be a 2-parter for that. The most logical candidate for an appearance would be Metal Sonic as a secret antagonist, maybe. I'm still sticking to that theory of mine. I talked about that on my last video. Another thing that I like a lot is Eggman having his iconic suit, and also Joe Robotnik gets one as well. From the looks of it, it seems like Joe was the one who gave Eggman his suit as a gift. Ooh, and let's not forget, Paramount has done every Shadow fan justice. They gave him a gun. Now, I doubt that he's gonna shoot someone in the film and end their life. It's just simply gonna be a blast of the past reference to the Shadow the Hedgehog games, of course. But seeing this for the first time really made me jump up and giddy with excitement, like a 5-year-old. The fact that this is real and I'm visually seeing this with my own 2 eyes is almost mystically magical. Never in my life would I've thought that we'd ever see Shadow on a bike, but let alone holding a Glock. That's just awesome. They knew that fans would eat this up like a fine dessert. That's why they showed it in the trailer. There's also a small moment where it captures Sonic fainting and Shadow walking behind him, implying that he pieced them up, just like in the Shadow the Hedgehog game. And there's also another snippet that isn't referenced, but something that Paramount either forgot to cut out of the trailer or maybe they threw it in as a secret. You can see it on his eyes, what appears to be the Chaos Emeralds reflected in them. I found that really sick. If you played SA2, you know how the story ends, and it's probably going to be very much similar, or at least I hope, because it's really freaking good. Another thing I want to talk about is Sonic's growth as a character. His character development has grown significantly. He seems more serious this trailer than in the previous ones. He understands the stakes that his role plays in order to save the planet Earth from Eggman, Gerald, and Shadow. He knows that. Although he is technically still a kid, he has a monumental responsibility to save the planet, especially considering that he was gifted with a unique speed ability. that only he has, or should I say had, because Shadow is now in the mix and he's also a speedy character. In the past, Sonic would rush into battle without thinking too much, relying on his speed and natural skills to win. But now with the stakes higher and his friends and enemies stronger than ever, he has to grow up and work with others in new ways. This change in his character has been building in the past movies, and it looks like it will really show in Sonic 3. The trailer also shows how Sonic's relationship with his friends, especially Tails and Knuckles, have grown. While he used to work alone, he now knows that he can't win without their help. He's learning to balance his fun, quick thinking personality with the need for careful planning to take on tough opponents like Eggman, Gerald, and Shadow, who brings a whole new challenge. This shift in Sonic's attitude is incredibly important. It's a clear reflection of how far he's come, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. He's no longer running through adventures with a carefree attitude. He's learning the seriousness of the situations he faces and stepping up to them with the courage that he's always had, but now with a deeper understanding. The introduction of Shadow with the complex past of dark and darker motivations forces Sonic to confront not only outside danger, but his own identity and what it even means to be the hero of Earth. Now, one thing I do want to touch on is how this movie does a great job at balancing nostalgia and accessibility for new audiences. At first, I was a bit iffy about the movie, heading in a different direction with some scenes from the first trailer. But after thinking about it, maybe it's not so bad, because the fandom could expand by trying new things with the movie. They've done a solid job at giving longtime fans what they want, while also making the movie welcoming to newcomers. It's like the perfect mix. The beauty of this approach is that it allows the movie to tap into the essence of what makes Sonic such a beloved franchise. Those nostalgic moments and familiar characters, while also updating the story and visuals to keep it fresh and engaging for new viewers. By striking this balance, they're not just catering to the hardcore fans who follow Sonic for decades, but also reaching out to broader audiences who may not have the same deep connection to the franchise. As for the community's reaction to this new trailer, they seem to love it. Everyone's hyped. I haven't heard anything negative about the new character designs, scenes, or dialogue. Everything has been overwhelmingly positive, and honestly, one of the big reasons why we've even gone this far with the series is thanks to the fans. Paramount really listens to the feedback we give online. They seem to understand what we truly want for these characters on the big screen, and now this series is going to reach even greater heights. So a huge thanks to everyone who've been part of this journey. It's incredible to see how the fanbase has grown and how much influence we've had in shaping the direction of these films, whether it's the designs of the characters, the tone of the movie, or the inclusion of a fan favorite moment. Paramount has shown time and time again that they value fan input. This movie feels like a direct response to all the feedback we've given over the years. We've seen how the franchise has evolved from the first movie, with fans expressing their love for the classic designs and deeper connections to the lore. And now with Sonic 3, it's clear that they're taking those ideas to heart. But that's all I have for you all today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing can really help boost my channel. Until next time, sayonara and stay tuned.